Hi. Hardly any damage. I'm with the Air Force.
Not even close, Tony.
Oh, it's going great till I wiped out in the dough.
You didn't bend anything, did you?
It's a tough machine, too, Jim. I wish my folks had let me get one.
Dream on, buddy.
Wow, look at this.
Hi. I know you must be,
Get on the back, beautiful. There's room for two.
What did I do? Who was that?
You mean that wasn't your girlfriend? What happened, Dad?
Some kid on one of those god-awful motorbikes cut across me on Apollo. I drove into the back of an army truck. Where the hell are you going?
A party. See ya.
Yeah, well, don't be late. And I better not find my newspapers cut up again for your goddamn scrapbook.
Hey, guy. How's it hanging?
Yo, TJ, I thought you weren't coming.
Changed my mind. Jesus, it's only some toe jam again. What are you, butt buddies? Whoa! Here comes my date! Hey, Julie, who's your friend?
Which friend?
The good-looking one.
Oh, you mean Marty?
Hey, Marty!
How come we never seen her before?
Her father was just posted here last month.
What's he do, work on the base?
Are you kidding? He's my dad's boss.
So she's not only gorgeous, she's rich, too. Hey, Marty, let's get married. You can have my baby.
What a creep. You want to give him the treatment?
Hey, Marty, come to daddy.
Definitely.
It's not the way you smile that touch my heart.
Hey, what's happening?
It's not the way you kiss that tears me apart. Oh, many nights roll by. I sit alone at home and cry over you. What can I do? I can't help myself. 'Cause baby, it's you. Baby, it's you. You should hear what they say about you. Cheat, cheat. They say you never, never been
You weren't gonna beat up a girl, were you? Roachy.
Doesn't matter.
I have a confession.
What?
Outside the market today, that was me on the bike.
You're the one I poured yogurt over? You could have killed me.
I was nowhere near you. And you poured the yogurt over Toe Jam.
Who's Toe Jam?
Toe Jam's the guy that was standing next to me when you poured the beer over Roach.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Keelman?
That's right.
Come in.
Miss Swan?
I'm so glad to meet you at last, Mr. Keelman.
Of course, it's me who should thank you. You've come all this way, and then I bring the meeting forward.
Well, the important thing is that you're here. Larry, will you pour us some coffee, please? You'll have a coffee, won't you?
No, black, no sugar.
Please, sit down, Mr. Keelman. We have a lot to discuss.
Yeah? It's been about 20 minutes. Mr. Corrigan, don't worry. Just be there for me, okay?
Mr. Keelman, from what I understand of these documents, your proposals are meaningless.
Exactly.
I don't suppose you'd care to explain that.
Miss Swan, I was a young man trying to make a name for myself. It was just too tempting. The newspapers, they believed everything the way newspapers do. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. You know, I'm grateful to you. You made me face myself after all these years.
Well, Mr. Keelman, I had to hear it from your own lips. This hasn't been a wasted trip for me.
I just wanted you to know that I'm very sorry.
Bye, sir.
God, I feel like such a fool. So, what's next on the agenda?
How was it?
I was brilliant and convincing. In fact, I would say I was perfect.
So you had no problems?
Problems? Listen, boy, when I make a sale, it stays sold. Hey, let's stop and get a beer.
No, Mr. Corrigan wants me to take you straight to Skipple. He's gonna be very pleased about this.
You bet he is. Hey, what's the matter? What are we doing here?
Don't worry, Mr. Corrigan just wants us to change cars.
Oh, okay. You guys go to a lot of trouble, don't you?
It pays to be careful, right?
Get some sleep?
No, really.
What's bothering you?
That man, Keelman. How busy are you this week, Larry?
Busy as you make me. My order is to make sure you get everything you want.
Will you look into Keelman for me? He's living someplace called House Divider.
Yeah, I know. It's not far. But why? The guy admitted his whole life was a lie.
He convinced you, did he?
Sure. Seem to remember you were pretty convinced, too.
Let me tell you about Peter Keelman, Larry. Back in the 50s, he came up with an idea so strange that the government got scared. They gave him his own research facility, thousands of dollars, everything. And then one day, he suddenly announced it was all a hoax. He leaves the States, goes back to his ancestral home. Nobody hears from him again. 3 years ago, I found his file. The story intrigued me. I had him traced. I invited him to Washington. He refused.
So when you were assigned this tour, you arranged to meet him here?
Before I left the States, I made no arrangement to meet him.
But he called me.
That's right.
So what was all that play acting about upstairs?
I wanted to find out what Keelman was going to say, and I needed the time to run a check on you.
You did what? You're serious, aren't you?
Today he was just toying with us, weighing us up. Look, if Keelman isn't a hoaxer and he decides to come clean with us, it'll be like talking to the man who invented the wheel.
I brought the file.
When do we start?
You start. I'll get on with the other things. That'll give you space to work.
Who is it?
Some girl.
Hello?
Hi, it's Marty.
Oh, hi. What's up?
I forgot to thank you for dealing with that creep last night.
Oh, hey, no problem.
Want to go for lunch?
Sure, that'd be great.
You know how to get here. It's in Hilversum.
Mom!
Who is it?
Just someone I met. Mom, don't throw that away.
Tony?
Yeah, I'm still here. Look, I gotta go. So I'll call you sometime, okay? Willard Hope's gonna be in Amsterdam signing copies of Bloodbath.
My God, look at the mess you're making.
What day is it tomorrow? He's only gonna be here for 3 days.
Are you gonna clear this up?
Have you seen Willard Hope? I've already got a copy of Bloodbath. Much of a turnout for him, is it? I mean, the guy's famous. I thought I'd have to fight my way in here. Are you Willard Hope? But you're so...
Mature is the word you're looking for.
Sorry, it didn't occur to me that you... I mean, I hope I haven't...
Name?
Willard Hope.
I'm Willard Hope. Your name?
Sorry. Anthony, Tony Zonis. Z-O-N-I-S.
Zonis. Now, what kind of inscription do you want, Mr. Zonis?
I don't know. Bloodbath is great, Mr. Hope. I've got all your books, but Bloodbath is right up there. You know that bit where Charlotte first suspects that her husband was the one who killed her sister? That was incredible. And who would have thought of letting everyone believe that Charlotte was completely nuts?
Evidently, I did.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great.
Thank you. Now, what do you want me to write?
Oh, Mr. Hope, I doubt if you need me to tell you what to write.
Probably not.
but it might help a little in this instance so that I could go to lunch.
Oh, yeah. Put, to Tony from Willard Hope. Oh. This is great. Thanks a lot.
Not at all. Good day to you.
Ik kan je de groentesoep aanraden.
Is het lekker?
Die is heerlijk.
Graag. En mineraalwater, alstublieft.
Are you following me?
Who, me? No, sir. I eat here all the time.
Really?
Do you mind if I sit here?
It's a freer country than most. The soup's good.
I'm not very hungry today.
What'd you like?
Soup.
Anything else?
Just a soup, thanks. And a 7-Up.
Miss Swan, Larry DeLeo. Yeah, are you ready for this? Keelman's dead. A fire. Yeah, accidental. The police say he had some kind of lab in his house. Yeah, okay. I'll get back to you as soon as I got some.
Have you always used the Willard Hope technique?
I beg your pardon.
I've heard you cut stories out of newspapers at random and fit them together to make a plot.
Have you?
Yeah. Don't tell me there is no Willard Hope technique.
Not as far as writing goes, there isn't. Well, I do admit that I have used that technique, as you call it, from time to time, but there's a lot more to it than the stuff that the PR people push out.
So I haven't been wasting my time. I thought I'd try it out for myself.
You mean you want to write a book?
Yes.
Have you any idea of how hard it is?
I don't care how hard it is. I want to do it. Here's the cuttings I got so far. Take a look. You don't mind, do you?
No, no, no.
I like the one about the tennis player. I thought I'd make him the hero.
No, it's not bad. Tennis player in freak accident. Cinema burned by feminists. Taxi driver finds gun in the back of his cab. Well, you'd have to find something a little more substantial than that, wouldn't you?
Oh. Well, maybe I better get some more newspapers.
Maybe you had. Can I have my bill, please? How about this for a start? Was the recluse killed in fire? Now, a little piece for your jigsaw.
Thank you, Mr. Hope. So you think I should keep going with this?
Before somebody else does. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Tony. It's me.
Oh, hi, Marty. How you doing?
I'm fine. You okay?
Hmm.
When are we going to see each other? I was thinking maybe we could get together and go for a drink.
Shit. Huh? Tony? You all right, Tony?
Yeah, sure.
You should get out more, Anthony. Don't mope around the house all the time.
Mom, if I go out, you worry. If I stay in, you worry.
What do you mean? I don't worry. As long as you're with nice people.
I'll be back soon.
Just don't be late. That's all.
Who let you in?
I think it was your mother. I came to apologize for hanging up on you like that, but something happened.
Oh.
Yeah, you have a look yourself. Tell me what you think.
Okay, it's a notebook, and you've pasted in a couple of newspaper cuttings.
Yeah, but look at the stories. What do you notice?
One story's about a man who got killed in a fire. It's awful. The other one's about a drug dealer who got shot dead in Amsterdam.
Look at the pictures.
It's just some yucky picture of a corpse.
Don't you think the guy in the morgue looks just like the fire victim?
Doesn't matter.
Two guys die 40 miles apart within a day of each other. Both look alike. You know what I'm thinking?
What? That maybe there's a connection.
No, nothing like that. It's just a great concept for my novel. The technique works.
I didn't know you were writing a book.
I thought you knew.
How could I? We've never spoken about anything. You keep hanging up, remember? Do you want a beer?
Hey, you got a Willard Hope.
Oh, yeah. I got my dad that for Christmas last year. He likes murder stories.
I met him today.
You met my father?
No, Willard Hope. He was signing his new book in Amsterdam. He's only gave me that cutting about the guy that got killed in the fire.
What for?
I told him I wanted to be a writer. He was interested in my ideas.
I bet he was.
I wish there was some way I could call him and see what he thinks.
Call who?
Willard Hope.
Notice we have glasses. Hope Willard. It's an Amsterdam number.
He's in the phone book? He lives here?
Are you dialing? 251598.
It's ringing.
Phones do that.
Hi, Mr. Hope. Tony Zonis. We met this morning. Listen, I hope you don't mind me calling you like this. Well, something came up on that story I was planning, and I was hoping I could come over and see you for a second just to see what you think. Yeah. Really? Oh, Mr. Hope, that'd be wonderful. Thanks, Mr. Hope. Thanks a lot. Bye. He said come over. Tonight. Just like that. You don't think he changed his mind and went out, do you?
Where would he go around here?
Hi, Mr. Hope.
Tony, this is with you.
This is a friend of mine, Marty. She drove me over here.
Hi.
Can we come in?
You'll have to forgive me. Nobody ever comes here. And I'm not used to guests, especially attractive young ladies.
We weren't sure if we came to the right address. I never expected you to be living in Amsterdam, let alone on a street like this.
Tony, it's not very nice.
No, he's quite right. This neighborhood is a bit of a mess, but I like it. When it gets to be a bit too much for me, I have a little place in the country I go to now and again, just to recharge the batteries.
But you must travel a good deal, Mr. Hope, signing books and all.
Willard. In answer to your question, I don't travel at all. I came here 20 years ago, and it suits me fine.
Don't you travel to research your books?
I used to, but I rely on memories now. Living here, I can look out of the window and see the whole world.
What a beautiful thought.
It is. A quote from Chinese philosophy. Now, what did you want to see me about?
Well, remember the story about the tennis player? When I was gluing it into my book, I flipped it over by mistake and ended up with a picture of a man murdered here in Amsterdam. Thing is, he looks just like the recluse in the story you gave me.
Well, what's the point you're trying to make? They both look like Orson Welles.
Orson Welles?
It's very difficult to tell from newspaper clippings just how alike these men actually were.
What do you think I should do? Lose the tennis player and build the plot around two fat men getting killed? Maybe they could be brothers.
I tell you what. Why don't we go out to the house where this man, Keelman, died? We can take a look at it, get the atmosphere.
That would be great. You really don't mind?
Why not?
Do you want to come, Marty? How about tomorrow morning?
Now, it's just one thing, Tony. If you're serious about writing, remember this now. You start something, you finish it. Doesn't matter whether it's your breakfast or a new book. You start, you finish.
Or anyone else does?
Yes, that's right. Now, how about some tea?
Lunatic.
That's a very fine tree.
Yes, I suppose it is.
You must be Mrs. Zonis.
Yes.
I've come to collect Tony. Is he ready?
I'm not sure. He's inside.
I'm Willard Hope.
Judy Zonis. Would you like some coffee?
Well,
Hi, Willard. I'm ready.
Where are you going so early?
Research, Mom. Isn't that right, Willard?
yes, yes.
You sure you wouldn't like coffee? How about some breakfast?
It's very kind of you, Judy, but it rather looks as if we're going.
Bye, Mom. There's a couple for Dad in the box.
Rossini La.
Oh, there it is. The yellow brick on the right. Number 6.
That one?
Yep.
Hey, you.
Hi, Tony. Good morning, Willard.
Morning.
We're gonna check out that burnt house. You sure you don't want to come?
No, thanks. Where are you going after?
Amsterdam.
He's taking me to a porn cinema.
Yeah, well, research.
That's sick, Tony. And weird. See you, Willard.
Bye.
What does she mean? Weird.
Anything interesting?
I got accepted to a 2-week course at the American school in Utrecht.
Well, what are you going to study?
Creative...
Creative plumbing?
No. Creative writing.
I see. Plumbing pays better. Wonder when it all started.
Newspapers said the guy had chemicals in some kind of lab.
Sounds like the cellar.
Hey, I wonder if he was manufacturing drugs. I mean, a lab, chemicals? Careful, Willard.
Don't worry about me. I'm not entirely decrepit. Not yet, anyway. Must be a door along here that leads down to the cellar.
But it's flooded.
Trouble with you is you're a pessimist. Not a good sign in a young man.
I think we found the lab.
God. Must have been a furnace.
he certainly wasn't making drugs.
Come and look at this. Floor hasn't been burnt here.
Looks like something or someone was covering it.
You mean
Peter Kielman, recluse and scientist.
Oh, God.
Doesn't make sense. Why would you have come in here? There's no way out.
Shit. So...
Could be important.
Hey, wait a minute! Hey! I want to talk to you!
We're okay now.
You speak for yourself.
Are you all right?
Don't ask. Let's just get away from here. This is ridiculous. We're behaving like criminals.
I'm too young to know any different.
What do you want?
We were just looking at the damage.
Seen enough?
We're the reporters. We're following up the story about the cinema fire.
Which paper?
Daily Mail, the international edition.
Oh. Well, what was printed the other day was wrong because it didn't touch the cinema at all, thank God. The smoke went through the air conditioner. Aren't you going to take any notes? My name is Mrs. Weber, the manageress. Weber, can you spell that?
Yes. So it was the demonstrators that started the fire, though, right?
Oh, sure, those bitches. No question.
This part of the building, Mrs. Weber, was it the store?
No, it was my office. My beautiful agency.
Agency?
Yes, my model agency.
Well, maybe the demonstrators didn't like the kind of modeling you're organizing.
What for? Oh, you mean the dirty stuff? No, my models weren't that kind. No, they were the specialties. Little, large, hairy, bald, all kinds of people. Not everybody is beautiful, you know, but they're still talented.
Oh, sure. I wasn't trying to say that
Well,
they had
but now it's all gone. My photo cards, my files, everything. I can't even call my models to tell them what happened.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Weber.
Mrs. Weber,
Yes.
did you ever have a model that looked like Orson Welles?
Have you seen him? Billy Van Wyck? Where is he?
I don't know him. I just wondered.
I sent him for a job about a month ago, and I haven't seen him since.
Who was the client?
It was an American who hired him. I remember that.
And he hasn't been in touch with you since.
Oh.
Isn't that a little strange?
Well, he probably made a deal with the client to cut me out. He's done that before. Billy has a drink problem. When the cash runs out, he'll be back.
Let's see. What we have here is 3 characters, right? 2 dead and 1 disappeared. An Orson Welles lookalike. What do you suppose he does? Orson Wellograms?
Maybe I should make the model and the murder victim the same person.
Well, you could, but I think you'd lose something.
Well, maybe they could all 3 be brothers. The Kielmans. Peter is the oldest. He's a scientist. And then there's Billy, the family joke. He becomes a drunk and can only get work as a model. And then there's the 3rd brother, who's involved in drugs and gets killed for it. I'll call it The Men Who Look Like Orson Welles.
But you are getting somewhere. Remember what I told you? If you don't have the experience, research, research, research.
You know, this name Keelman is beginning to sound very familiar to me.
Really?
Hmm.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey. Made some pie. Do you want some?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Okay.
Yes,
Mr. Hope? Willard Hope?
that's right.
Larry DeLeo. Can we talk?
What about?
How about Peter Keelman?
Come in.
Tony. Off to see this Marty again, huh?
Yeah.
Honey? Do you think this relationship is healthy?
Well, sure. You know, I think Marty could become really special to me.
I know, baby. I'm trying not to be too disappointed about it. It's just that I didn't expect it to be like this.
Mom, don't take it so serious. I still love you.
Just try to be careful. You and Marty know about safe sex, don't you?
Mom.
Mr. Hope, I'm not trying to build some kind of case against you because I saw you on the Keelman property. I just want to know what made you go there.
What if I don't tell you?
You can choose to do that, sir. But something's wrong. There's people back in the States who think maybe Keelman was important. That's why I'm here. Were you a friend of his?
We never met.
And the kid with you, what was his name again?
Tony.
Maybe he knew Keelman.
No, he didn't.
Please, Mr. Hope, give me a break, will you?
How can I tell you anything when I don't know the answer myself? This Peter Keelman seems to have been some sort of a hoaxer. He got killed in a fire. Well, maybe it was arson. I don't know.
I talked to the fire department. They ruled that out. They say the fire spread so quickly because he kept chemicals in there.
Oh, yes? And did they also tell you how his body got into the utility room? Did the fire department explain that? Did they say he was trying to escape? He either went in there or he was put in there for a reason. And it had to be a damn good reason.
What reason, sir?
I don't know. Maybe he went in there to save something.
In a utility room?
I'm sorry. I can't help you anymore.
But you are being very helpful, sir. I just don't understand what made you so interested in Keelman's death.
Mr. DeLeo, I'm a writer. These things interest me.
But what made you so interested in Keelman?
Tony read in an article in a newspaper that a man had been killed here in Amsterdam. A man who looked like Peter Keelman. Then there was the fire.
Keelman's fire?
No. It was a model agency and it was completely destroyed. And we found out that one of the models who disappeared was an Orson Welles lookalike by the name of Billy Van Wyck. Who does that remind you of?
Orson Welles.
You should have seen that place today. Oh, it's incredible what fire can do.
Don't talk about it.
No, really, it made me realize how destructive fire can be. When I saw that room where Keelman had been, that poor guy must have been burnt to a crisp.
Would you please stop talking about it?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
It's all right. Just don't talk about it again, okay?
I promise.
Something's burning.
Excuse me. Could you get me a copy of this, please? It's F12. I'll be back in a minute. Hello, Judy. This is Willard Hope. Is Tony there? When do you expect him back? I see. Well, would you ask him to ring me as soon as he comes in, please? Yes, it is important. Very important. Goodbye. And could I have an envelope, please? Here. Goodbye.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
About time, Tony. You missed supper. If you want anything, you have to get it yourself.
It's okay, Mom. I ate at Marty's.
Oh, yeah. Marty. I forgot. Marty. Who's this?
Ma, this is Marty.
You're Marty?
How are you, Miss Sonis?
You're a girl.
Yes.
Tony, Willard called. He wants you to call him. He said it was important.
Call him now.
Have you met Willard, Marty?
He's nice.
I don't know what he's got in common with Tony.
Apart from the writing, you mean?
Writing?
Did he say anything else? Where was he calling from?
I don't know. He called a couple of times.
I think maybe Marty and I should go over there and see if he's okay. Is that all right?
Sure.
But it's getting late. Leave it till morning.
We won't be long, Mom. There's a light on. Maybe it's just the phone's out of order.
Something's not right.
Just forgot to close the door. Willard? It's Tony. Are you there, Willard? Maybe he went out for something.
Think he's okay? God.
Willard? Willard! I'm going upstairs. Wait here.
No! Don't leave me!
Willard?
Tony? Tony, are you okay?
Look, I can't find him. He's not up here.
We should call the police.
Don't cry. Please. Don't.
What do you mean, don't? There's somebody outside. There's somebody out there.
Let's get out of here. Marty! Come on. Mr. Hope?
do?
Listen to me. Listen. I'm gonna go home. We didn't go to Willard's.
What?
We didn't go to Willard's. We went for a drive.
What are you saying?
We decided to go for a drive.
Why are you saying this?
Trying to protect us.
We should call the police.
That's not gonna help. We can't get noticed. Please, Marty. Let's go home.
Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad.
Good night, honey.
Thank you. You know, I was very impressed.
I hope he isn't doing anything stupid with that girl.
Don't go on, Ben.
I'm afraid it didn't please too many people.
Well, the Saudis are very sensitive about that.
Will you listen to that? It's a disgrace.
I made a complaint this morning. Turn up the TV.
Which particular hat are you wearing tonight?
This place is really falling apart.
Calm down, Mom. Lindsay, that alarm is holding for my next shower. You know, I do this twice a day. Why is this poor goddamn plumber really fix it?
Let me see a plumber. You want me to use them?
You have just seen the basic principle of the system I have called Magnaflux. Magnaflux is the only 20th century alternative to nuclear power. You will have heard that the Magnaflux system is a hoax. It is not. But it's impossible for me to promote the system in the current economic and political climate. In the next few moments, you will see the variation tables that apply to the Earth's magnetic field.
I have taken the liberty of calling these the Keelman variation.
I'd give anything for a place in central London.
The one they couldn't get into the
Such a ball, this. He can't get a
Judy, call emergency!
That sounds like him now.
All those luscious, topless teenagers make me feel such a frown.
What's happened? Can I help?
Keep falling asleep.
Thirsty.
Nothing's broken, thank God. I just want to keep you here one more night for observation.
How's the house?
Don't worry about the house. Let your father worry.
There's a man there. I was trying to...
I know, baby. I don't know who he was. He was the first one to reach you. He couldn't tell us who did it, though.
What?
Tony, somebody sawed that tree down. Police think it might be somebody who had a grudge against your father.
This thing you should know.
Had enough water? Don't talk, sweetheart. Just rest. Just let me know if there's anything else you need.
It's safe, Your Honor.
Of course you are, baby. I'm here. Everything's gonna be all right.
Come in.
Anthony Doris.
Yeah? I don't know you, do I?
We've never met, but I know all about you. You can listen to what I have to say and save your life, or you can be a hero and get yourself killed.
I don't care which it is, Sonny. You choose. Now we can have our little talk. You remember this? This is dangerous stuff. This man Keelman that you've been researching, you know what he was? Rotten. Kicked out of the States 30 years ago for un-American activities.
Communist?
You don't have to be a communist to be un-American. No, your man Keelman was out of control to an unreasonable degree. Do you think that I would destroy a man like Keelman just for the fun? I don't need that. I just do my job. Our country runs by consent. Without consent, there is disorder. Do you understand? This is technological disorder, and I'm the man that gets sent to clean it up. It's regrettable.
Was Willard Hope regrettable?
My little charade didn't fool you then. Let's just say he suffered an accident of occupation. Writers have a kind of arrogance, don't they? They like to think that they are dangerous and powerful, that they can bring down precedents and change the world. It's a chance I'd rather not take. I must be going. I've enjoyed our little talk.
What about me?
You're of no importance. That's what keeps you alive. You could go to the police, write a letter to your congressman. What good would it do you? It's just a teenage fantasy. It's the new American way, kid. Intelligent consent. The world is too complicated to be left to individuals. People who do not conform end up dead sooner or later. Innocent people get hurt. What'd she call herself? Marty. We won't meet again. Will we, Mr. Somas?
No.
I'm so very glad to hear that. Good night.
Hi. Oh, God. You look awful.
Thanks.
I couldn't believe it. I went round to your house yesterday and saw what happened. Your mother was in a terrible state. Wasn't connected, was it, Tony? With,
No, of course not.
Sure.
I'm sure, all right? Sorry. I'm tense, that's all.
I understand. This was in yesterday's newspaper. Your mother asked me not to show it to you, but says that the police think it happened during a break-in. Junkies, probably.
Junkies?
This came from the city library for you. Why would they send it to my house? When do you get out?
I have to see a doctor this afternoon, and then I get discharged. Marty,
Yeah?
I'm going to be starting at the American school in a day or two. I'm not going to be around very much.
Oh.
I'll call you.
When? When will you call me?
I don't know. Sometime.
Tony?
I'm sorry. It has to be this way.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah. I think it would be best if we don't see each other for a while.
Tony, I'm going to my house in Oostenrecht tonight. I've enclosed a set of keys. Meet me there if you can. Willard.
It's the first study group tomorrow. Have you got your project outline ready? Most people are doing short stories. That's the favorite. I've heard that someone is doing a journalistic piece, but that's not really creative, is it? I'm doing a piece for television, a pilot. How about you?
I'm not sure.
You better get a move on, guy. You've only got till 10 tomorrow.
You're Donaldson, aren't you? Haven't you got a study group at 10?
That's right. Who are you?
Phillips, Dean's new assistant.
The essence of the story should examine the effect that this hopeless paternalism has on Juanita. Thank you for your attention.
Hi, my name's Louis J. Aaron. My project is a script for a television pilot. It's very hard to sum it up in 2 minutes like this, but essentially the format will be to maximize demographic appeal.
Morning.
I know, you're probably asking, what's the log line and does this show have legs? Let me tell you, that has been my main concern. Well, that's when he decides to get the job selling refried beans. Only he has to learn some Spanish. That's when it starts to get really funny. Once we find out that his mother is dying, it's cancer, we can understand.
Sorry, I'm late.
Once we know for sure that his mother is dying, our sympathy goes out to him. We can really feel that in his place, we do the same thing. That's it. That's life is for living.
Someone recently told me that writers are dangerous. He meant that writers are arrogant enough to believe they can make a difference. That never occurred to me when I first started writing. I guess I just wanted to be famous or something. But over the last couple of days, I've come to realize that writers are essential. A healthy society cannot be without them. We have to have the courage to write sometimes about things people would rather ignore, conveniently forget. A friend of mine he died. He shouldn't have. I'm going to tell the world why that happened. That's my project.
Well, Mr. Jonas, I'm sure that is something we shall all look forward to reading. Now that we've heard the outlines, I suggest we break for coffee before we go further. Thank you very much.
You're very intense, aren't you? You're right. I really admire people who stand up for what they believe.
I gotta go, Marty. Yeah. I'll see you at the house. Christ, you almost gave me heart failure. Do you know how to work a computer?
Sure. Can you cook?
No.
It's ready.
Oh, great. Here.
Can you type?
Typing's the easy part.
Maybe this isn't such a good idea.
We're safe here. Don't worry.
Do you want a beer?
Sure.
Don't do that. That's the man I saw the night we found Willard.
Tony, I'm Larry DeLeo. I'm not gonna harm you. I just want to help.
Why should I believe you?
I'm your best chance, kid. You can't just hide out here forever. You gotta trust me, Tony.
Tony!
You work for the U.S. government?
Your mother's upset, Tony. You should have phoned home.
You spoke to my mother?
Yeah, and you did. He's a little confused.
This is Marty.
Hi.
How'd you find us?
Luck. I think we better have a talk.
This Miss Swan you've been talking about, do you trust her?
Yeah, I guess so. She's part of the new crowd, specializes in digging up people like Keelman.
I'm never gonna be safe, am I? This guy that spoke to me in the hospital, he's just a hired hand, isn't he? The people he works for, they're too big for anyone to touch.
Don't count on it. As for being safe, now that I know, Washington knows. There's no reason for anyone to harm you now.
That's not what I mean. What if Washington is them?
Christ, kid, don't give me that conspiracy theory bullshit. Doesn't anyone believe in good guys and bad guys anymore?
No. Larry?
I'm sorry, son.
Are you crazy? There's a knife.
What knife?
There was a knife.
Tony? Are you in here? Tony?
Is he dead?
Tony, I don't give a shit.
What's happening?
Larry DeLeo's still on the operating table, but they think there's a good chance he'll pull through. Are you going to be all right?
You tell me.
Look, there's nothing to be frightened of anymore, believe me.
Sure.
I'm the one with the problem. I still have to find out what Peter Keelman really knew.
Well, he knew these weren't the right times.
No. Perhaps you're right. I have to go now. One of the officers will drive you home. Maybe we can talk some more tomorrow. Bye, Tony.
Miss Swan,
Yes?
if you start something, you finish it. Doesn't matter if it's breakfast or a new book.
I don't understand.
Something Willard taught me. You started this thing, you gotta go with it.
When everything's gone?
Have you ever heard of a scientist making one set of notes?
Okay. Where would you start?
You want me to solve all your problems? I'm only a kid, aren't I? It's time to go.